Alright, so we are on, let me fix my computer because it's being weird. Okay, so we are on B. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so you have negative 2x plus y minus 4z equals 4. And then 5x minus 2y equals 18. And x minus 5z equals 17. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rewrite the problem to make it bigger. 5x minus 2y equals 18, x minus 5z equals 17. Alright, so I'm going to line up. It's pretty lined up. We have all our x's, all our y's, and all our z's, and then our number on the right, so I'm going to make my matrix. So I have negative 2, 1, negative 4, 5, negative 2, there's no z, so it's 0, and then 1, y is 0, z is negative 5, and then I have x, y, z are my variables, and then that's equal to 4, 18, 17. Alright, so I'm going to set up my matrix in my, plug into my calculator, rewrite all my values, draw my line, and then I have 4, 18, 17. Alright, bring my handy dandy calculator. So when you're plugging into the calculator, guys, you can put it into a different matrix, or you can just edit the matrix that you had already. So I'm going to go to second matrix, and then I'm going to scroll to the right to the edit. And then this is also going to be a 3x4, so I'm just going to use matrix A. But like I said, you could have used matrix B, given it a different name. That's okay. Plug in my values. Oops. 1, 0, negative 5, 17. Okay, go to my quit, second matrix. I'm going to scroll to math, go my arith, there you go, enter, and then I'm going to put matrix, oops, A, oh man, I messed it up, there we go. Second matrix, matrix A, and my answer next to the identity matrix is going to be 2, negative 4, negative 3. Alright, so now I have my next one, so I'm going to see, we have a word problem, which we always get freaked out about word problems, but it's okay. We can do this. It says, Wendy is starting a catering business and is attempting to figure out who she should be using to transport the food to different locations. She has found 2 trucking companies that are willing to make sure her food arrives intact. Alright, so Peter's pickup charges 40 cents per mile and charges a flat fee of $68. Helen's haulers charges 65 cents per mile and charges a flat fee of $23. So let's go ahead and compare the two. So Peter's, we have Peter's, it's 40 cents per mile, so I'm going to write 0.4 is 0, and I'm going to use miles in terms of x, and then it charges a flat fee of $68. And then Helen's charges 65 cents per mile, and it charges a flat fee of $23. And they want to know, so we're just setting up our matrix. So I'm going to put this equal to y. Okay, so I have that set up. But remember, if I want to set up my matrix in the calculator, I have to have my x's, y on the same side, and then my numbers on the other side. So I'm going to rewrite it like this. 0.40, right, x minus y equals negative 68. And I'm going to write 0.65x minus y equals negative $23. So see, now I have my x and my y's. Let me scoot it over, sorry. X and my y's, and then I have my number values. So when I'm setting up my matrix, it'll look like this. You have 0.40, negative 1, and then you have negative 68. and then 0.65, negative 1, and then you have negative $23. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in my calculator. Let's see, smooth out. Alright, second matrix, edit. So this is actually a 2 by 3 matrix. So 2 by 3. So make sure you change your dimensions in your calculator. So I have 0.40, negative 1, negative 68, and 0.65, negative 1, negative 23. And then I'm going to go to my, here's kind of a little trick, guys, I show my kids. If you hit second enter on your calculator, so let me zoom out just a little bit. So I already plugged A in my calculator, matrix A. If you hit second enter down here, it's going to pop up what you just did before, but now your A that's stored in your calculator is the new A, so if you hit enter, your new values are going to show up. So in this case, your X is going to be 180, and your Y is going to be 140. So there you go. Alright, so let's go to D. So we have 36x minus 6y plus 6z equals negative 1. And then you have 12x plus 6z equals negative 3. And then 18x minus 6y plus 6z equals negative 1. So let me go ahead and set it up in my matrix. Zooming in. So I have 3. Remember, check all the x's are aligned. I have a y and there's no y here, and there's a y here, and then z, 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 so just be careful. So I have a 3 for an x, negative 6 for a y, and a 6 for a z. And then I have a 12 for my x, there's no y, so I need to plug in a 0. 6 for my z. And then I have an 18 for my x, a negative 6 for my y, and a 6 for my z. And then I have a negative 1, negative 3, negative 1. Plug that into my handy dandy calculator. So second matrix, edit. So this is a, how many rows? 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 by 4. So I get 3, negative 6, 6, negative 1, 12, 0, 6, negative 3, 18, negative 6, 6, and negative 1. And then I'm going to go to my quit mode, and I'm going to hit second enter. There we go. And then hit enter. My new answer should pop up. And so for my x, I get 0. My y, I get negative 1/3. And my z, I get negative 1/2. Alright, so last one is E. So I have x equals y. X minus 12 equals 7y. Alright, so this one's a little funky because it looks kind of, it's missing stuff, but it's okay. Remember, get your letters, your variables all on one side. So I'm going to write x minus y. Put 0z equals 0 for my first equation because I don't have a z variable and there's also no number value, so I move everything to the left and then put a 0 for the right. And then I have x. I'm going to move the 7y over, so you get negative 7y. There's also no z value, and then I move this 12 over, so you get positive 12. Alright, you see right here, since we have no z value, I can already get rid of that and just make it into a smaller matrix. So it's going to be 1, negative 1, 0, and then 1, negative 7, 12. And so I'm going to go into my, let's see, my calculator, and I'm going to go to second matrix, and then I'm going to go to edit. And this is a 2 rows by 3 columns, so 2 by 3. So plug in your numbers. So I get 1, -1, 0, 1, -7, 12, second quit, second enter, and then these are my answers. So I get -2, -2. If I put in coordinate mode, sorry, I get -2, -2. There's my answer.